It's product review time. What's up, YouTube? I just bought these brand new Rebel batteries, and I saw because I saw that ad, I saw that whole unicorn llama thing. I thought that was pretty funny, and I really love the idea that they're poking fun of the manufacturers for their ridiculous C ratings and how they don't really perform that well. So I just want to share my experience with you and kind of talk about how these batteries worked out for me. So I want to compare them to the batteries I've been flying all season. So on the left-hand side is the brand new Rebels, which have about 3 cycles on them each. And on the right-hand side, you're seeing my a little bit older graphene or Lumineer graphene batteries. And they've got about 50 cycles on them each, and I got about 6 of those. So I've been flying those pretty hard. So the newer batteries on the left, the Rebels, you'll see right away that they have a higher internal resistance. They're about double what the Lumineer graphenes are, so kind of a red flag right off the bat. And to kind of go along with that, I will tell you at the end of these flights, I didn't use a temperature gun, but at the end of the flights, the Rebel batteries were considerably hotter. They're much, much hotter. They are physically smaller, but they really got hot. So let's continue on with some flight footage. Alright, so the first thing we're seeing here is just a quick punch out, and you can see it's over in the blink of an eye. So we'll watch that in slower motion, and you'll see right in, I think about 10 frames in, we're already dropping down to 14 volts, and it eventually ends up getting all the way down to 13 volts. That's the Rebel battery you're seeing. While the Graphene Lumineer ADC is maintaining its 14.3 voltage, and I even hold that punch out just a little bit longer as well. And in just a second here, we're about to come down to the bottom of the curve here and sort of bottom out on this dive. And you'll see again the Lumineer is maintaining its voltage a little bit better. So that's kind of the common theme we're going to see throughout these two flights here, is that the Lumineer battery holds its voltage, probably due to the fact that it's a graphene battery, while the Rebel battery just can't keep its power up. And that's kind of the main theme here. I will say that in flight, I think these two videos are pretty much identical, or close enough to compare. They're not identical, but they're really, really close. And if anything, I would say I'm flying the Lumineer battery a little bit harder. But for all intents and purposes, I think they're pretty identical. So during the flight, I noticed that the Rebel batteries actually had the props making a lot less noise. The pitch that came, the audible pitch that would come off of them, was much lower, and it didn't. I would guess that the props just weren't able to get up to full speed. I'm guessing that has to do with the fact that the voltage would just sag, and just lower voltage means lower RPMs on our motors. So I'm guessing that's where it's coming from. But again, it's definitely very noticeable on when you compare them to these graphene batteries. And if you compare them to, I even compared them to some Adrenalins and some other batteries as well, and they don't make the same noise. And I guess just overall my experience here has just been pretty disappointing, considering these batteries are about the same price. The Lumineer graphenes are about $32 or $34 or something, and the Rebels are the same price, they're like 32 or 30 bucks. I will say the batteries do work. They're not. It's not like they don't work, but I guess I'm just disappointed that I'm only 3 cycles into this battery, and it seems like it's flying like an old battery. And my batteries that I would probably say are kind of old are still performing like they're brand spanking new. So yeah, again, kind of disappointing. So you can see I just landed the Lumineer battery at 982 milliamps, and I'm about to land the Rebel battery at the same milliamps. It's like 987 or something, close enough. So same capacity taken out, and you can see that the max current drawn out of the Rebel here is only 96 amps. So that's kind of a red flag right there. And the largest voltage sag is 13. Went all the way down to 13 volts, while the Lumineer graphene held all the way up to 13.6. So maybe these Lumineer graphenes are just that much better, or maybe these Rebels just aren't up to snuff. So this is just my experience. Maybe you've had a different experience with these batteries, and you'd like to share that out. Go ahead and comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you had a good experience, bad experience. I think I'm crazy if I'm doing this all wrong. But thanks for watching.